So today, one trade, one winner, a nice 3-hour winner. I really think it was a decent setup. Yeah, Zilla says high conviction day. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself today. I was very patient and waited for my setup, and it worked out as good as it can get. So going into today, there was a big sell-off yesterday, so value area was lower, and CPR was also lower, and then cams here was wider, so it was an outside relationship. So it seemed a little bearish, but technically market didn't close under S1 yesterday, although I thought it would. It rallied all the way up intraday, or in the afternoon, and closed above S1. So technically not bearish trend yet, but the pivots were both lower on CPR and TPO, so I was leaning a little more bearish. But also, this was an outside relationship, so I was thinking maybe it could be a chop type of day. Market open was inside H3, L3 area, also inside value, inside range, and also inside CPR here. So I was saying, despite yesterday's huge sell-off, market recovered in the afternoon, ended up inside range, L3, H3, L3, and above S1. Bounce of demand, and I was saying prepare for a chop type of day. Trend still hasn't changed from bullish trend. I'd be cautious trying to go for a trend reversal. Default plan is short value area high or long value area low. So my main plan was a short value area high over here, and then long value area low over here. And anything in the middle, I was supposed to ignore. So market opens. There is also 6:45 news today. At Chicago PMI. So there was that coming out. So value area high is 69.87. So I'm waiting for 69.87, and I kind of get there, just 2 points shy. So 2 points shy of 87, and it starts rejecting, and I kind of want to get in, but I was waiting for some sort of retest, I guess. The thing is that the CBD, it was very bullish, so I was making lower lows, sellers were coming in, but price wasn't really going down. It was going up, if anything. And then there were delta divergences all over the place here. So I just didn't like that. It did make a double top here. But again, there's these delta divergences here that are bullish. There's also a CVD hidden divergence over here. Lots of big bars coming in. Also, it's 6:40 and 6:45 is news, so I didn't want to take a position 5 minutes before news came out. So even though it was near value area high, I didn't take it. One, because it didn't actually hit value area high, and two, because I was waiting for news to come out first. So then news comes out, and it sells off before news comes out, and I'm like, news made me miss this move. But news came out, didn't really do much. It was selling off, and I was like, alright, whatever, I guess I missed that move. But I see this giant, I guess, CVD divergence here. Lots of buying imbalances coming in. There's also a V shape over here, and these long confirmations just looked really good. Came down and tested that V shape again, and then bounced and formed a 2-minute delta divergence with a bunch of buying imbalances. I was like, it looks so good long, I want to take it long, but it's not in my plan. It's actually in the middle of nowhere. It's 69, which is like inside CPR and inside value area. There's nothing there, and I'm trying to play the extremes of the range today, not play in the middle of the range. So I kept going back and forth. I'm like, it's so good, it looks so good, I should take it. And I was like, it's not in my plan, I can't take it. Even if it works out, I can't take it. And the idea was that I would take this long to value area high, which is my short area. But yeah, I mean, I saw it rally and I was like, ugh, I probably missed that, but whatever. It's not in my plan. I'm following my plan. Even when it came down, I was thinking about, oh, I can get a better entry. Look, it tested the B shape. Now it's bouncing again. But eventually, it would have stopped me out. So, good thing I didn't take it. It's not part of my plan for a reason, right? So, I'm like, okay, the longer I stay in here, the more I'm going to be enticed to take random trades. So, I decided to walk away for a bit. And I just kind of was half paying attention, doing some other things. And then I saw it rally. And I said, it's almost near value area high again, 69.87. And I said it's setting up real nice for an RSI normal divergence if it breaks highs and reaches value area high. So what I meant by that is that over here, the RSI was up there, but as it was going up somewhere over here, it wasn't anywhere near the highs here. So I was thinking if it does break this high and reaches value area high, then there's no way that RSI would go over here, and it would be an RSI normal divergence. So I really liked that. So a higher high on price, but lower high on RSI. I like that. I also like the fact that we were in this high volume node, and we were reaching the ledge of this high volume node, and that's exactly where value area high was. So I also like the confluence on the level there. And so I was watching. It forms a delta divergence, or RSI normal divergence. And I see this huge delta come in. Big delta. Big buyer. And then it goes up. But it forms a 1 minute delta divergence here. So lots of buyers coming in. Price doesn't move. Price actually ends up as a negative bearish candle on the 1 minute. So it formed a 1 minute delta divergence there. And then also on the 2 minute, it was forming a delta divergence, although there's 1 minute left in that candle. And it starts rejecting, forming a little P shape here with that 2 minute delta divergence. And I don't want to take this right away. I'm saying I first want it to sell off and then a retest. And it kind of does retest if you look at this 20 range candle. It does kind of come up and then it rejects again. So as soon as this candle closes as a delta divergence, I pretty much get it. I want to see if it tests this P shape one more time, but I just got in. I think it was a great setup. 2 minute delta divergence here, P shape there. 1 minute delta divergence here, which also formed a CVD hidden divergence, along with the RSI normal divergence context. Along with, it actually hit value area high, and it also was the ledge of the high volume node. So I like the location, I like the confirmations. My entry maybe could have been better. Instead of taking it right off the bat here, I could have maybe waited for it to come back up and retest a little more. Like when it keeps rejecting off this 85 level here, that high delta, then maybe I could have got in. But honestly, I don't think it was too bad of an entry. It does consolidate here a little bit, but it does reject that 85 high delta, which is also this P shape. So it rejects that P shape pretty consistently, and it finally breaks down. But every time it tries to break down, it bounces. So I didn't really like that, but yeah, eventually it broke down, and yeah, then my target was at POC here. And so I'm shorting value area high. My target is POC. We're in the middle of the range here, and that was about 3R. So that was a pretty good target, I feel like. And yeah, that was a trade. Not bad, not bad at all. If I had more, I would have waited for L3 and then value area low, but I guess it bounced right at L3. Yeah. So I'm pretty proud that I waited patiently instead of shorting here. I waited until it actually got to value area high. Also, I didn't try to long here, even though it looked really good because of that 5 minute high volume hammer and 3 minute high volume hammer and 1 minute high volume hammer right there. But I'm proud that I didn't because it wasn't in my plan, and my plan actually did work out.